So we've got a fantastic spot here tonight, beautiful campsite, quite elevated, so we've got great views right across the Grassy Bay area here, all around us. And yeah, the sun's just come out as we got into camp. It was raining a little bit as we're paddling in, but not too bad. We got a nice little fire pit, tons of dead wood around here, so we've got loads of firewood. And yeah, looking forward to getting the boat unloaded now and getting camp set up. I think I'll probably get up early in the morning anyway and just have a sit quiet somewhere. Yeah. So we just had a beautiful sunset out here doing a bit of fishing. And yeah, the sky's on fire at the minute. And yeah, just a perfect way to end the day before I get back into camp and light the campfire. So we just broke camp, heading up into the Macintosh Creek now. We're fighting a bit of a headwind here at the minute. Sun's gone in, it's quite overcast. So yeah, hopefully the rain doesn't come over, but it's looking like it's pretty dark. So I'm expecting the rain at some point. At least we can break the paddling up with a couple of portages we've got to do. Yeah, but it's beautiful out here still, this Grassy Bay area. Tons of bird life. Obviously seen those otters this morning. And yeah, hopefully when we get into the creek itself, might be a good opportunity for us to see our first moose of the trip. So we're just on the Macintosh Creek portage, 745 metre I think this one is. Yeah, beautiful morning paddling. Had to get over quite a few beaver dams, pretty impressive structures those. And yeah, we've got this one to do, drop back onto the creek, follow that for a little while, and then another portage takes us into Macintosh Lake. So we've just made it down to Macintosh Lake, just completed the second portage of the day. But yeah, the weather's a bit wild at the minute, a lot of whitecaps out there on the lake itself, and the wind's gusting right into us. We're here at the minute, so we're just going to hang fire at the end of the trail. Hopefully it'll die off. We have just sent off for another weather report just to see what's happening, and if it's going to get any worse, obviously we might have to just make a break for it and see where we can get for a campsite. But yeah, on the way back on the trail there itself, we dropped our first load off, went back for the second load. And sure enough, a massive bull moose came walking across the portage trail right in front of us, and I was hoping to see one on this trip, and yeah, just an incredible animal to see that out in the wild. So the weather report's just come back. It doesn't look like these wind gusts are going away anytime soon, so I think what we're going to do now is just get the boats reloaded, get the double blades out and just make a break for one of the island sites. So we've just made it out to one of the islands of Macintosh Lake. It's a beautiful island site, this one, and the sun's just come out, although it has been raining on and off. And we've just heard a bit of thunder as well, so we're expecting some bad weather to come over at some point. But the tent's up. We've also just put a tarp up as well above the fire pit area. This island comes with a pretty sweet chair. So we just cooked up some food on the fire, and while the weather wasn't too bad, we've come down to the point on the island. There was nice views across the lake, and we just noticed across the bay there's a thunder and lightning storm coming in. Pretty epic to stand and watch that. It does look like it's coming our way, but for now we're just going to stay here and watch it for as long as we can. Back on the move this morning. Today we're heading towards Winona Lake. We've got 4 portages to do before we get there, and the wind is still pretty strong today. Thankfully it has changed direction during the night, and it's a bit of a tailwind for us today paddling, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. I am fighting a bit of a crosswind here to get across this last bit of Macintosh Lake. We're heading into a sheltered bay, and then onto the first portage of the day. So we just made it onto Timberwolf Lake, just paddling across the other side, and yeah, it's a bit of a cold day today, so that portage warmed us up nicely. And yeah, we're going to get across here into the Timberwolf Creek, and then we're going to follow the Timberwolf Creek all the way down into Misty Lake. Heading right into the wind at the minute, towards the portage. Just started to rain as well. And yeah, making for a bit of a tough paddle this one this morning. So we've just got to the Timberwolf Creek portage trail here. Battled a bit of a headwind coming up the creek itself, but beautiful paddle. And then now we're in this wetland area in the creek, and absolutely beautiful. I think we're actually going to stop here for some lunch. This portage is only a short one. I think it's 130 metres or something, which is going to take us back onto Misty Lake. And then we're going to paddle around Misty Lake, probably battle a bit of wind at first, and hopefully that'll change into a tailwind for us, getting back up Misty Lake to the next portage, which is going to take us into Muslim Lake later this afternoon. But yeah, I just took my first load already. Going to take the canoe next. Just spotted a bit of wolf scat down here by the look of it, which is pretty cool to see. And yeah, we're still hoping we might hear some wolves howling at this time of year, but got a few more nights left. We haven't heard them yet, and hopefully at some point in the trip we might be lucky and hear them. Last portage of the day. Looking forward to getting this done and getting into camp. So I'm the first to arrive in camp, check it out. And yeah, this is a beautiful spot, this one. Another gorgeous campsite. Nice and open, fantastic views across the lake here. Nice fire pit just behind me down here. And yeah, there's a few shelter spots tucked back away as well, so if the wind does pick up we can get back into the tree line. So tonight I've cooked up some instant mash. I've also got a kebab stew, instant meal as well. Pretty hungry after travelling all day. Looking forward to sitting down and enjoying this now. So it's going to be a cold one tonight. We can already feel it coming in with the wind chill. But when we checked the weather forecast, it was showing getting down to about 1 degree tonight. So yeah, by far the coldest night on the trip. Glad we brought the down jackets with us and the woolly hats, because we haven't needed them so far. Not that I'm complaining. But yeah, it's going to be a cold one for sure tonight. So yeah, I'm going to head off into the woods now. Hopefully find some dead standing wood and get a campfire lit. So we're just having an early night tonight, but I just wanted to quickly show you the route we've took today and what the plans are for tomorrow. This morning we started off on this little island site here in Macintosh Lake, and we left there, paddled across here, all the way up to the first portage of the day, the 405 into Timberwolf Lake. Then we paddled around here, eventually getting on the Timberwolf Creek, followed the Timberwolf Creek all the way through until the next portage, which took us back onto Misty Lake. Came through here, found that pretty strong headwind all the way along until we came to the 1,000 metre portage, which took us down into Muslim Lake, and then a short paddle across Muslim Lake to the next portage, which is a 370 into Winona, and that's where we're camping this evening. So yeah, it was a pretty long day, that some pretty tough weather as well. But tomorrow we've got an even longer day. We've got a 10 portage day, and we're basically leaving in Winona Lake in the morning and coming all the way across to Little Eagle Lake up here, where we're going to spend our last night. So the sun's just come up, warming us up nicely this morning. Bit of a cold night last night. But yeah, just in the process of getting all my gear packed up, had a bit of breakfast, and yeah, we've got a long day ahead of us, so we're pretty keen to get on the move early this morning. So we're just on the first portage of the day, heading into Bandit Lake. And yeah, nothing quite like a 540 metre portage to wake you up in the morning. Next lake coming up, this is Moccasin Lake. It looks to be another beautiful lake for us to paddle across. Making some pretty good progress here this morning, pond hopping our way back into the Petawao River. So we've just made it to the portage that leads into Daisy Lake. It's only a short one, this one, 135 metres, thankfully. But yeah, I've took my first load, just come back for the canoe and my dry bag. And there's a nice little spot at the other end of the trail here. We're going to stop and have a bit of lunch. So just making our way up Daisy Lake. There's a bit of a headwind. I was hoping to fish in here, to be honest, but it's actually quite a shallow lake. I didn't realise when we paddled down it on the first day. So I don't think I'll be doing much fishing in here unless it gets a bit deeper as we get further up. And yeah, we're going to make our way to the next portage now, which is going to take us back into Hambone Lake, and then we're going to follow that round back into the Magnetuan Access Point Lake, and then down into Little Eagle Lake where we're going to be camping for this evening. So yeah, still probably got a couple of hours ahead of us. Making good progress, so it looks like we're going to get camping a good time. And yeah, looking forward to getting set up early. Let's enjoy our last night out here. So we made it to the last portage of the day, portage number 10 into Little Eagle Lake, where we're going to be camping this evening. It's been a pretty long day, and this last portage here, it's only 340 metres, but it's a pretty tough one, quite hilly as well, so probably because I'm tired. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this lake now, paddling across to the campsite, getting set up, and yeah, just enjoying our last night out here. Pulling into the camp here, and it looks like we've got another really nice campsite for our last night. So the tent's all set up for the final night. Just filled some water, and yeah, worked up a bit of a sweat today, so we're going to jump in the lake for a bit of a swim. So we're just making our way back to the access lake now, and this trip has just been just an unforgettable experience. I've loved every minute of being here over the last 10 days, from the long days paddling, tough portages, the changeable weather, beautiful scenery, fantastic campsites, and the wildlife. Just everything about it's just been a fantastic experience, and really enjoyed this, and hopefully I get a chance to come back here at some point in the future. And yeah, I have to give a massive shout out to my wife Tracy. I know you'll be watching, you're my biggest supporter, and I can't wait to get home to see you and Caleb. And yeah, I really missed you both, and I just want to say thank you to you for doing more than your fair share while I've been away for the best part of 2 weeks. And yeah, I owe you massively for it, and yeah, I just can't wait to get home and see you both now. And to the lads as well, Paul, SA and Fred, you guys have been fantastic company, great to paddle alongside. We've worked well as a team, and also had the time to do our own thing as well while we've been out here, which has worked really well, and hopefully we'll get a chance to paddle with each other again in the future at some point. But yeah, just making our way back to the put-in here. I'm going to enjoy this last bit of a paddle, sun shining, and yeah, just going to enjoy this last half an hour or so before we get back to where the car is. Well, thanks for watching guys, I appreciate it as always, and I hope to see you on the next video.